Hey, what's up? This is Sebastian Lacause from Hustling, and you're watching the Spoiler Alert. And make sure to come over and get naked with me over at hustling.tv.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining me once again over at the Spoiler Alert. I'm your host, Justin St. Louis. I am so excited about today's episode because I got to interview the cast and crew of the critically acclaimed, award-winning web series, The Bloody Mary Show. They came to us all the way from London, England. It is amazing what you can do with Google Hangouts. And then last week, I actually got to meet the creator, Darren Chadwick Hussein, in person. We were in New York City for the 4th annual Indie Soap Awards, where The Bloody Mary Show led the pack in award winners, capturing wins for Best Ensemble in a Comedy, Best Makeup, and Best Comedic Web Series of the Year. The whole internet is buzzing about this show. It was inspired by the creator's condition of sleep paralysis. It was a terrifying experience for him, and what evolved is a British comedic web series unlike anything you've ever seen before. Check out the trailer.
This is fun.
I'm married to my job.
Well, he was my boyfriend, okay?
Bone me!
Are you really a Ralph Herzog?
Of a type.
Guys like you would be a lot busier if it wasn't for the likes of me, Abdabs.
Exactly what do you do?
She's an old hag.
Can I meet your friends sometime?
Probably not. Laugh at me, would you?
We all have our secrets, don't we?
I'm pregnant!
Hello, you. Understand these words, Chabzilla.
Can't spell succubus without you suck.
Hump 'em and dump 'em. It's the woman's fault she got pregnant.
Now what?
I think I just weed a little.
Is it always this exciting?
I would like to welcome my guest to the show today. We've got the whole gang here. It is the cast and crew of The Bloody Mary Show. Let's go right down the line, starting with you, Vicky. If you introduce yourselves and just tell me what you guys do on the show.
Hi, well, my name's Vicky and I'm the director on The Bloody Mary Show.
Excellent.
That's it.
And Craig, you're next.
I'm Craig and I play Chris, who is Bloody Mary's human love interest.
Excellent.
I am Darren. I am the writer, producer, and gremlin wrangler of the show. That's me.
And Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I play Viscera, who is Bloody Mary's best friend, sort of.
Well said. Well, give me a quick premise about what The Bloody Mary Show is about, and then tell me what inspired the series.
Okay, well, The Bloody Mary Show started off as a short film called Winifred, which was about an old hag who you see when you have sleep paralysis. Now, that is a incredibly convoluted pitch to have to tell somebody. Mm-hmm. So, through rewrites, it essentially took the American legend of Bloody Mary and it became a simple what if. In this case, what if Bloody Mary was actually nice? From that, the entire story comes along.
I'm really intrigued with the idea of sleep paralysis because one of you actually experienced that, right?
That was me.
That was you.
I don't know if anybody of you, if your viewers have actually experienced sleep paralysis, but it's a worldwide common syndrome, and it's been used to describe everything from sort of, in Britain we call it the old hag. Even to this day, people are sort of blaming alien abductions on sleep paralysis because it comes with hallucinations and paranoia. And the thing that I saw was so horrific that it actually scared me so much it reduced me to tears and screaming fit. In order to get over the fact, if it ever happened again, what I wanted to do was humanize what the hallucination that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I created a story that she happened to fall in love with somebody who was suffering from sleep paralysis, but she was so horrific that every time she couldn't get close to him. It was sort of very tragic, but also at the same time it was just way too big to be a way the budget wouldn't cover it. And Liz is sort of scowling at me now because
it was meant to be me. Me.
Well, yeah, you are the spook that you kind of train Bloody Mary a little bit. There's that great scene in there where you're trying to shake him from the sleep paralysis.
That's actually me, by the way. You probably can't notice because
that was you.
Blue. That is actually me in the bed. I had to put my little bit in.
That's gonna be tricky to play after experience that kind of sort of traumatic event, to go back and.
Oh please! Are you kidding me? There was a camera on me. I loved every second of it.
Well, speaking of cameras, Vicky, tell us how you came on board for the project and what the experience has been like for you.
Well, I came onto it quite late, actually. They had another director who ran away and deserted them, and the production designer on this had worked on a short film with me a little while ago, and sold us to Darren on the basis that we did rom-coms, which we kind of don't with my own company. So yeah, we got involved, and it's been really cool. It's been a really fun thing to work on, and to have such great costumes and sets, and everything looks. I mean, it's like a real toy box to kind of play with. It's brilliant, and brilliant people in it as well. So,
well, and from a director's standpoint, this is a really, what I would assume to be a really tricky series to be directing and producing, because there are so many elements that you're not necessarily seeing through the camera. There's a lot of special effects.
Yes.
A lot of things that are sort of conceived as you go along there, and that's going to be, I would think, tricky to incorporate all of that.
It is. You have to keep your wits about you, and remember. Okay, so when we have to pause and wait, because at this point this guy's going to get his spear, and then walk out, and then make sure that you're not moved, and all of that kind of thing. So you just have to be very aware of exactly where in the script that's going to happen, exactly what's going on with everybody at that particular time. But all of that's come together brilliantly. A lot of it really does look kind of quite seamless.
Tell me about this world that these characters are living in, because they're not, I don't know what to call them. I don't know if I should call them spooks. They're not exactly undead. They're sort of in this in-between limbo.
Okay, on the count of 3, they're beans!
Beans. I was going to say, don't call them spooks to their face. You're likely to get a punch, or at least a whistle. I'm a what?
They're beans.
Yeah, beans. Has beans. Yeah, exactly that. Well, Viscera started out life as Darren's imagined character to get him out of the sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, Darren wrote the most lovely character. It's because everybody knows that person who has a complete tough outer shell, but is absolute mush on the inside, and does bad things but has no idea why she does them. And yeah, kind of makes herself a hate figure for most people, but will turn everything upside down to help you if she can. But she's a proper grumpy cow. And the world that she inhabits is the same as Bloody Mary's world, it's the same as Abdab's world, it's the same as all of the other characters. It's theirs, and it's kind of like, I don't know, for me, I don't know how Darren feels about this, but for me it's kind of like purgatory, but not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the place where you go to redeem yourself.
Craig, I want to move on to you because we have Viscera, who's living in this sort of purgatory-ish world, and then we have you, who plays one of the few mortals that we see on the show.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your character, and sort of how you approach this role, stepping into this really bizarre world of Bloody Marys.
What really drew me to the character when I first read the script was he's very damaged and he is going through a real downward spiral, but he's got lots of real redeeming qualities, and like he really loves Bloody Mary and wants to be a part of her world. I don't know, I think it's really interesting I find to play someone so damaged. Yeah, and I've always been a massive fan of the sci-fi fantasy genre, and just to be a part of something like that was very exciting. I'm gutted that I'm like the only character without powers, so that's a bit. I just mope about and drink a lot, and I'm half dressed for most of the show. So.
I'm wondering. You say that you have no powers, but given the season finale, which really kind of left us on the cliffhanger, what happens? Who
knows? I've not signed a contract for series 2, so who knows what happens?
This might be your last interview.
Might be. He's a goner. No, I don't know. I would like to think it's not the last we've seen of him, but I couldn't possibly say.
And Vicky, Darren.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
I kind of want him to come back and be all twisted and evil. If I had my own way, I'd have him come back and be twisty.
Are there any plans for season 2? I mean, season 1 has been so successful.
Let me put my Bloody Mary hat on for this question. Let me introduce everyone to Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, hi, Jeff.
This is the headdress that was actually worn by Holly. Yes, there will be a season 2. Yes, I want everybody on board. Yes, I'm already in talks with a few production channels.
Oh,
don't.
That's a nice little picture to freeze. Oh.
Yes, he's gone again.
Typical cliffhanger, you know?
He just likes to build the suspense. He likes to build his part.
Yeah. Ta-da!
I crashed. I don't believe this.
The timing could not have been better.
Oh, great. Okay, that you will have to use that as it is, because I was about when it stopped, I was revealing everything. every spoiler, I just let my mouth run.
Kind of
Oh, well, you guys are you've gotten a lot of recognition. You received 9 nominations for the Indie Soap Awards. I don't know if you realize that that's unheard of. I think that's, you know.
I thought it was hilarious because they live tweeted it, and I'd already sort of agreed that I was going to go to the LA Web Fest, and you know, I was sort of like, you know, so, oh, well, let's just see how many awards I get, if any. I mean, yeah.
Do you want to go back and do that again?
How many awards? So modest.
No, because I'd sort of like, you know, I'd watched like the nominations for other things that were live, and you know, you were just sort of like sat there and, you know, waiting for your name to be called, and it was never called, and it was like, oh crap, I just wasted $500 entry fee for that competition. But the thing about ISA was, you didn't pay to enter. You were just you know, they chose you. How phenomenal was that? Mm-hmm. And so I just sort of was reading the tweets, and it was like, oh, we've got this one. Oh, we're up for another one. Oh, we're up for another one. And it's like, the more times that our names got tweeted, it was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to go to New York. My credit card.
Oh, how awful!
It's a living hell.
Poor Darren.
Down the road, not across the street.
That's all right.
Do you have a time frame of when you're going to start filming season 2?
Funnily enough, Vicky actually asked this question earlier on today. I am still writing at the minute. Now, it took me from Winifred, the short film Winifred, to the actual season 1 of Bloody Mary. That took me about 18 months. Now, I don't have that luxury this time. I've given myself till April, but I've been interacting a lot with which direction to take it. Do I go up on the comedy? Do I go up on the drama? Do I bring in new elements? I'm considering even sort of having a murder mystery subplot. I've already spoken to Liz, who has agreed to do something which I don't really want to give away.
Tell me, Liz.
She
gets called a spoiler alert.
Liz gets to snog somebody.
Yeah, it's not who you think it might be.
When I asked Liz, I said, "Would you be willing to snog this person?" Your answer was,
I
Liz.
said yes.
Who is this person?
Very emphatic yes.
You'll have to wait and see. I haven't asked them yet, but I'll wait till they've had a drink, and then they'll do it. I am so looking forward to that.
Well, I'm so thrilled with everything that you guys have done with the show. This is certainly one of the most original web series on the net right now, and it's a phenomenal production crew and phenomenal ensemble cast. Everybody works so well with each other. So thank you for that treat, and we certainly look forward to a lot more. And best of luck at the Indie Soap Awards.
Thank you.
I want to thank you guys so much for chatting with me today. Vicky, outstanding work. Can't wait to see what you do in season 2. Craig, I hope we see you in season 2. I think we probably will, and maybe we'll see you singing and dancing now. Darren, thank you so much for your brilliant storylines and for creating this this very twisted world that we love to watch so much. And Liz, boy, Viscera is one of my favorites. I can't wait to see who you snog next season. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight, and yeah, get some rest. It's bedtime for you over there in Britain right now. Head over to BloodyMaryShow.com, where you can watch the complete first season of this award-winning series. Follow them on Twitter at Bloody Mary Show, and if you check out their Facebook page, don't forget to click like. Also, while you're on Facebook, visit my Facebook page and click like. Leave me a comment. Follow me on Twitter. You can check out my YouTube channel. And don't forget, the very first place you can watch brand new episodes of The Spoiler Alert is right at The Entertainment Experiment. Go over to www.entertainmentexperiment.com and check out all the great content that the great state of Maine has to offer. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, And until next time, I'll be watching the web for you.